Mr. Birla, the word investment Mahakumbh, that was your original term, which in a sense is a clear indication of how excited you were and you are about where the corporate India is moving. Would you still say the best of the corporate capex, the investment Mahakumbh is yet to come?
I think it's happening already, Nikunj. I'm sure it'll only increase. So in that sense, yes. But it's a very good time to be investing by corporate India. I think that so much has happened. NPAs are not there. Most corporates have delevered. The economy is onto a decadal 7 to 8%, 6 to 7 to 8%. That's huge for any large economy in the world. So I think that it's a perfect setting almost to be spending on capex and growing.
You're expanding all your businesses from paint to cement, even fashion, financial services. Given that we've seen a normalization in global growth and the sugar rush post-COVID is getting over, what's your view?
Sorry, say that again.
What's your view in terms of where the earnings trajectory could move now, given that we have a slowdown in the world?
So I think, it has its impact, but at the end of the day, at least for us, we're building businesses for the long term. I don't think 1 quarter, 2 quarters, even a year matters as much. We are an integrated part of the global economy. India is. So you will have oil shocks, you will have commodity prices. So I think agility, risk management have become more important than ever before. And resilience, something that the COVID left us with.
I'm going to quote one of your comments that you have the right to win in the cement sector. And this comment came when after a big M&A happened in the cement sector. You still feel that you're committed and the cement sector, you have the right to win?
Absolutely, without a trace of doubt. We've been there for more than 40 years. Very deep roots across the country in the business. We understand the business very well. I think the repository of talent and knowledge is huge. So pretty much I stand by that.
You are now challenging the paint industry with that big capex which is coming via Grasim. Any of the other industry which you are looking at challenging now?
No, nothing really. I mean, we're also not challenging. We're not coming in from a challenger's mindset. I mean, we are making an investment that's complementary to our existing businesses. And that's how we are viewing it. If in turn it means that we're going to challenge incumbents, so be it. But that's not the driving factor. The driving factor, I think, is the fact that there is huge value creation opportunity for us.
If I look all the group companies, Mr. Birla, commodity companies, they are in a fine fettle. Hindalco, Grasim, Novelis. There are two companies where I understand that now the work in progress is very strong. Aditya Birla Capital and Aditya Birla Fashion. Can I say those are two companies which are on your radar in terms of the turnaround candidate for the Birla Group?
Well, very much. I think that they're very important companies and businesses for us. We've laid our long-term bets on them. They are in a very fast moving and a fast evolving mode, both of them actually. So lots of upside to see for both ABFRL and for ABC.
Everyone is curious to understand that why is Mr. Birla back on the board of Vodafone?
I think the government has done so much for the sector and, I think it's as a promoter, it's my responsibility to, reciprocate, so to speak, for want of a better word.
I'm going to take the clock back before I take it forward with you. 3 years ago at the Economic Times Award, you spoke to my colleague Aisha and you mentioned about succession planning for the Birla Group. What's the progress on that front when it comes to your son and your daughter?
So both my son and daughter have joined the business. My son for 4 years, my daughter in the last 1 year. I'm 55. I don't see a succession happening anytime soon. But it's always good to groom the next generation. They're both doing extremely well. Very happy to see their commitment, their capability in grasping issues and dealing with people. I think as a leader, it's my duty and my responsibility to groom the next generation.
I'll just take the liberty of asking one final question. Last 3 years were challenging, interesting and exciting for your group. Next 3 years, how will they be different?
Even more so of all three. I think challenges is something that we have to learn to live with. We have businesses that are truly global in nature, physically also and even otherwise in terms of the business value drivers. They're impacted by global factors. Exciting, of course, very much so. I think that we are on a growth phase in practically all our businesses. So yes, exciting. challenging, of course. Lots to look forward to for us, for our investors.
So which business to your mind for your group now is at a transformational phase?
I think that all are in their own ways, but I think that Aditya Birla Capital, Aditya Birla Fashion Retail, like I said earlier, they are both potentially at the cusp of very high growth.
Birla, I really appreciate it. It's a rarity for us to get you on ET now, so thank you very much for this.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, sir.